Here he comes.
Okay. Quick, do the roll call.
Am I doing it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin?
Yes.
Tim?
Here.
Noah? Adam? Margaret? Kelsey? Terry?
Me too.
Emily? That's it. Okay, do we have somebody that would like to approve the minutes?
I'll motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Citizen comments?
There are none.
Okay. I have no report because I'm just sitting in for the chairman, so that makes
That's
it
your
easy.
report. That's your report.
And the commissioner is not here.
Anne is under the weather and she did not forward a report.
Okay, this is gonna be a nice meeting. Staff liaison report?
The only thing I wanted to report to you all is that the magazine was ecstatic to learn last Wednesday that we won 3 golden quills from the Press Club of Western Pennsylvania, including the best of show for magazine entries. So that means, so the stories that we won for Adrian, who is actually an intern of ours, and they do have a student category. She was not entered in the student category. She was entered in the regular magazine category, one for her story on the girls wrestling program in Mount Lebanon. And then Rachel in the PIO, our assistant PIO, won for her series on mental health. And it was a 3-part series on the caregivers needing care, you know, how draining it is to be a therapist these days with insurance reimbursables and, just all of the things that they have to deal with. Mental health among seniors, which that generation there's a big stigma on asking for help. And so there's, a lot of inherent difficulties with that. And then children with depression, and other types of mental illness, which is anxiety, things like that are rising today, and the challenges with that. So she won first in the category for health and medical for that, and then that series took best of all of the other magazines. So Pittsburgh Magazine, Carnegie Magazine, Pittsburgh Quarterly, which usually walks out of there with all of them. So it was a real point of pride of Rachel. It was just her first year working for the magazine, so we're real proud of her, and Adrian, our intern. So
Congratulations, that's
you.
wonderful.
So.
Subcommittees reports. Police engagement?
Nothing new.
Nothing new. Margaret didn't say anything about mediations, or we, no?
Nothing.
No, I mean, the only thing is that I did sign up, well, Laura signed me up for training
And turning back now.
sometime in October,
November.
I would have been early, not late. Sometime, in November, so I'll be getting trained. That was that's last month.
The DEI holiday and event proposal, where is?
So I did an edit. I sent it around to Noah. I don't know, Margaret's been tied up, so she probably hasn't had a chance to give any comments. I don't know if Emily sent any comments. I didn't see any. So he had sent something around to ask, should we distribute it? And I don't know if anybody responded to that either, because everybody's been tied up. So I'm guessing that it probably hasn't been distributed yet.
What was the final decision on what holidays and
Well,
how many?
It wasn't, they gave us their comments, which was a whole long proposal, which included not just what holidays, but the whole methodology. We had a long discussion about whether that was maybe more than we thought we wanted to bite off, so we edited it down a bit. And that's what's out for comments now, but I think that everybody needs to comment first, so I don't think we got it to them yet. So I'm thinking that's probably gonna be a next
That'll
month
be
target,
July.
sometime between now and next month. And hopefully Ann can take a look at it, give her comments, and then we can send it around. I think it's the best thing. So, have you heard anything different, Laura?
I was copied on it, and I didn't even know you
Oh,
had.
you are?
So, don't know.
I guess subcommittee, I guess, maybe we don't, I don't know if we're supposed to copy.
You're supposed to copy me, but
Okay.
that's okay. I'll keep reminding you.
I didn't know that. I actually sent him, Noah saying, who am I supposed to copy on this? But so he
Yeah.
sent, he probably.
Me, Julie, and Ann are supposed to be
Okay,
copied on
thanks.
all your,
I'll do
yeah.
it next time. I can send you a copy later on today if you want to
Okay.
take a look at our draft. So I think that's the next month target.
Okay. And then Residence Academy, we're just in a holding pattern until early September to schedule. It'll run January 8th to March 5th this year. Just waiting to hear who has been, I think there's 2 or 3 people that may be changing over positions, so we'll find out then. And then the community service award, Tim, do you want to comment on that?
Well, the article is gonna be coming out, what, next month?
Yeah, it's already done and laid out. In fact, we're sending it to the printer tomorrow. It's all approved. We were just waiting for the other designer to come in, so, yep. So, we held the story on her because Asta was a big part of the story on LGBTQIA Mount Lebanon, so we wanted to separate them by 2 issues, so.
And certified welcoming, no,
Yeah,
still on
just
hold.
waiting till, they're a long time away from doing the next round, so.
And then MLK Day, we already got a call from, or Kelsey sent out the email about Pride. So she also indicated she was gonna start working on that early this fall as well, so that we're not pushing your team like they did last year.
Well, the main thing is gonna be finding a place. That's gonna be the challenge, making sure it's big enough, and then deciding how many, what your capacity is from the start. And then the sooner you have your projects, we'll do the same thing, setting up the registrations for you. People can, we'll set up the Microsoft form where people can sign up. But what you may want to do, so you know how many people you have for each project, we may want to do a pull-down menu when they register so that they can select which project. And you don't have to hold them to that when they get here, but it'd be really nice if you have a general idea so you don't end up having a bunch of volunteers in a room with nobody who wants to do that one. And
Somebody wants to do something
yeah.
else.
Do we have software, if there's 6 spots, once 6 people sign up, it doesn't offer it anymore?
No, that's just a regular Microsoft form, but I can keep an eye on it and I can let you know, and we could always, close it off that way. But
Yeah, I was just curious,
We got so many more people than we thought we were gonna get last year for so
correct.
quick.
I can tell you the ones that allow people to bring their kids are gonna be your bigger ones. So whatever somebody could do with their kids there is gonna tend to be more
You can do
popular.
like a Google Sheet, but then, somebody could take somebody's name off or something, but with slots, and you could just put your name on the slot, and when it's full, nobody can put their name on, but we can worry about that later.
Yeah, no, it's just a Microsoft form. They don't see it once it comes in. It comes to us in a spreadsheet.
Okay, and then I think we're all set up for Pride for shifts.
Yes, here's what.
Yeah, I mean, does any, I know Kelsey's not here, does anybody know, like, I signed up for 2 to 4, right? You wanted 12 to 2,
Yeah.
so I moved to 2 to 4, I was just
Right,
doing
and
cleanup,
10 till 2.
so I have no idea, like, what to do
So
for
I'm set
cleanup.
up,
I don't think that you'll have to do much because they have, since we're at the library's tent, like, I think that the tent's gonna be breaking down, I think it's just gathering whatever materials we have that are left. That's typically what cleanup has been in the past.
And then in this box, we have, Karen did name tags for everybody,
Okay.
and you can use these, going forward for any events that you do. So, just if you could remember to get, these are expensive, so just remember to toss it back
I
in.
have beads and buttons and tattoos.
So just grab everything, but I guess there's also gonna be, we're gonna have people put stickies up on the board.
And chip clips.
No one did that last year, do you want to
I
do?
thought that's what we said, or tackle it
That
by
I
the
don't
board.
know about.
I don't remember where we
With
landed.
the comments.
Last year, we put up a little easel and had, like a apron.
What can we do better?
It's in the minutes, what Kelsey
Yeah,
said
Kelsey's
she
question
gonna
was, what
do.
do you want the LGBTQIA plus community to know?
She said she was gonna get like colored business card or colored
Neighbors.
Yeah,
cards
yeah, I
and
think
stuff.
I don't know if the Post-its, I think the idea was to have people like submit them so that we could, rather than putting them up, I think that's what I was recalling because it
Well,
was either.
I'll just send an email to Kelsey, because I can get them all and type them up, type up all individual comments and catch
Yeah.
my shit. So I'll talk to her about it.
Well, if you could put them up during the event, other people could see it.
That's what we did last
Very
year.
useful, and then just collect them at the end,
So I
to
thought that's
be able to.
Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
I kind of think that
That makes-
seemed to be Kelsey's intent, that it would be an affirming thing
Okay.
for people to see.
yeah, that makes sense.
I'll just shoot her an email since I'm last.
And it wasn't hard getting people to put their comments up there either.
No,
Once you get the first 1 or 2,
No,
then
that-
people see, oh,
we generally plan for the first.
yes.
Yeah, so, people saw it. But, and then what we did last year, just because there was inevitably a little bit of downtime, was just, I logged them all in real time and just sent the email at the end of the day with everything, because I just brought my computer and did that, so. But which you don't
You're
have
doing
to.
Skittles too?
Yeah, I got Skittles on the docket, yeah.
Okay.
What happened to the banner? Did we not did that ever go anywhere?
I Don't think.
No, because you're in the library's table,
Oh.
so it will be branded that way.
All right.
Okay, and I'll, let's see, I can't remember the date off the top of my head, and it's not in the last one, it's for the, this welcoming Hispanic Heritage Table for the library.
I think it was September 11th.
Yeah, I have it written down somewhere, I didn't bring it, that sounds directionally correct. But anyway, I will send something around so people can sign up.
September
That's
18th.
September 18th, yeah.
September 18th, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send something around so people can sign up for that. It's not an emergency, but while we're talking about it, just.
Any old business? Any new business?
Yeah, so I talked with Noah earlier this week, and I'm actually going to be resigning from the board after our July meeting. My wife and I are expecting our second baby. Thank you, in August. And given the time constraints I know one baby has, I can imagine two kind of extra time constraints. So
Nice for you, though.
thank you, yeah, we're very excited about it. It's been really fun serving. Noah and I were talking, I've been on various boards, committees for 4.5 years now. So I feel like I've served my term a little bit, and we'll be happy to support the CEB efforts throughout as a volunteer in whatever capacity I can moving forward, and including, definitely wanted to stay on through Pride and stuff, because that was been such a fun event the last few years, so. But yeah, it's been really, really fun working with everybody, but duty calls at home, and I figured it'd be a good time to,
No pun intended.
so much duty calls.
And your
Make sure
son
to
is
keep-
what, 18 months, 2
He just turned 2. Yeah, he just turned 2 in May. So yeah, so I have a 2-year-old and a newborn at home. So yeah, we're in it. So
We're in it.
yeah, but just wanted to say thanks for everybody it's been wonderful collaborating with everybody over the years for various amounts of time. But look forward to staying in touch.
Well, I'll just say for those of us that were really new, you were really helpful. I mean, you helped me get oriented last year at Pride and also with the Academy, so I appreciate it. Thank you. So how do we replace?
So the only piece of housekeeping is I just need it in writing, it can be an email. And then I forward that on to Keith, and we will we always advertise it anytime there's an opening. There also may be some people in the kitty who didn't make it this last round. We always tell people we keep their stuff on record for 2 years. So they will ask for more, and then the commission will look at the sum total of the people that have been waiting, and then the people who come in, and they will select somebody.
Also wanted to say it early enough, so if folks have people in mind that they think might be good candidates, they can encourage them to apply through all the channels and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, most boards are a mixture of talents and abilities. This board has almost always had a lawyer on, so if we are perceiving losing Margaret, if you have lawyer friends that may be interested in it, it just helps with some of the conversations that we have with accessibility and things like that. So, and of course we have Julie, who's wonderful.
Rolodex is filled with all people who are parents of toddlers. So.
One of my
That is a
neighbors-
stage.
Yeah, a little
One of
bit.
my neighbors said he might be interested in joining a board, so I'll talk to
Yeah,
him.
that could be good.
Makes sense, he's a lawyer.
And be honest with the time commitment that it is. I mean, it's not nothing. I mean, we do have meetings and you do have events and you do have proposals for even more involvement. So be honest that we need somebody who's gonna, be able to show up to things as well, so.
How was the turnout for the parade? Did they get, if they?
I did not go to the parade because we have an event here at the same time. So it's early, but I'm still cleaning up and folding chairs while they're stepping off. So I heard good things, but we had a ridiculously beautiful day. And from what I heard, everybody said it. We had a postmortem's probably the wrong word. We had a after event meeting tomorrow with Dan Miller. But I think they had a hard time getting volunteers for the actual parade itself. The sign-up sheet that went around the last time I looked, they had 1 of 26 banner carriers. So I don't know how that eventually worked out for them. It's difficult. I think a lot of the younger people enjoy going to the parade, but when you ask them, okay, to sustain the parade, we need you to help, that it's hard for them. So I know that's going to continue to be a concern for the committee, but at least it's financially good. They did get the money to, Pennsylvania Lottery and other benefactor donors came through. So yeah, so we'll probably have more tomorrow, information tomorrow.
Cool. Anything else, anyone?
Guess a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. You'll send out about July 2nd.